Streaming services have made it extremely common to watch movies at home instead of going to the theaters. A survey done by HarrisX in 2024 found that 2/3 of US adults prefer watching movies at home. Even though more people than ever are skipping the theater, movies are still being mixed for theaters. This is a huge factor in why dialogue has become harder to hear and why many of us turn on the subtitles. When a film's being mixed, it's being done on huge theatrical mixing stages that have full range speakers and either have a 5.1, 7.1, or Dolby Atmos setup. The average person watching a movie at home probably doesn't have a surround sound setup. So instead of having a central speaker dedicated to just the dialogue, all of the sound, including the music and sound effects, are playing through the same speakers. Even if you have a soundbar that is better than the built-in speakers on your TV, all of the sound is still being downmixed to play through it. This results in dialogue getting buried even more than it might have already been in the original mix done for theaters. Plus, a lot of soundbars also crank up the bass, which doesn't help at all. Most industry standard TVs only have speakers that push sound out the back or downward, and not ones that face forward. These types of speakers are not able to reproduce the mid-level frequencies that voices sit at. So of course, dialogue is not easy to hear. You might also be wondering why some TV shows still have a problem with dialogue. A lot of the big series like Game of Thrones or Stranger Things, for example, still do the mix on big sound stages like the ones used for movies. TV shows have shifted towards a more cinematic experience, so they run into a lot of the same issues. Then to make things just a little worse, streaming services also compress sound heavily to save on bandwidth and file size. This is done to reduce costs and improve user experience by minimizing buffering and making it easier to stream on slower internet connections. By compressing the sound, details are lost. For music and sound effects, it's less noticeable, but compression on dialogue removes things like breathing sounds and consonants. This can make voices sound flat, more muffled, and harder to understand. Even if you watch the same movie on streaming and then on Blu-ray, you'd notice a difference immediately. But as consumers, we've opted for convenience over quality.